A very good evening to you. My name is John Kamau. I'm the KASA president, and this is the KASA Weekly Show. Now, tonight we are honored to have one of our very own, the second president of KASA. I want to welcome him to the show. Welcome to the show, our second president. I want to welcome you so that you can introduce yourself. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks, John. My name is Geoffrey Baraka, as John didn't say. I've served KASA in various capacities, and I'm glad to be talking to you today, John.
Thank you. Now, welcome to our KASA Weekly Show. Maybe you have been seeing it a few times when we have gone live. Here we try to bring issues that really matter to the community. But before we delve into that, I would like you to at least tell us, who is Geoffrey Baraka?
Geoffrey Baraka is who you see. Look, my name is Geoffrey Baraka, passionate about this community here in South Australia.
Yeah.
I'm a husband to an amazing, beautiful wife called Winnie, and a father to three amazing young people. I've got one daughter called Sharon. I've got two boys, Shimon and Sean. So that's me in a nutshell.
Wow. Now you're here in Australia. When I asked you to talk about who Geoffrey Baraka is, I would really love to know your story. For example, how did you end up in Australia? Would love to know a bit more of our former KASA president. So how did you end up in Australia?
Well, that's a very simple question. I'll be a bit formal. How did I end up here? I think it's a decision that my wife and I took approximately 20 years ago.
Yes.
After serving Kenya for many, many years, we thought about the opportunities that Australia could avail.
Yes.
For our young family. But that was a very small scope. We had a bigger picture. As my friends rightly told me before leaving Kenya,
Yes.
that we're coming here basically to set a pace for other younger Kenyans.
Yes. But I reckon by the time you came, you were a bit younger. Which year did you arrive in Australia?
2004.
2000. That's 20 years ago.
About that.
It was a younger Baraka.
Yeah, younger Baraka. I think I was younger.
Yes.
I won't give away my age. Much
Yeah.
younger.
Yeah.
So the age I was then,
yes.
I'm 20 years older.
Wow. So yeah, of course, because 20 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you came here, you had, I presume your kids were toddlers. How was it in terms of adjusting to the life in Australia?
Well, probably not toddlers as such.
Yeah.
My youngest was 3.5. And I think we were well, I wouldn't say well prepared, but we had enough information.
Yeah.
That there were some luxuries that you're going to miss.
Yes.
Traveling to Australia and living in Australia, it's not the same as living back home in Kenya.
Yeah.
So settling, of course, we had a culture shock. Nobody can prepare you enough to a foreign land where you've never lived.
Yes.
So, but we were ready to acclimatize, learn the culture, learn about footy.
Yeah.
Get into the community, and we
you like the footy?
Of course, I like to sit and just watch the footy.
Yes, not play.
Not playing. I don't ask which team I support because I sit on the fence.
Between Port and Cross?
Yeah, my friends might be listening, so I sit on the fence.
Yeah. I think we are on the same with that because I think whenever a team from interstate comes and a team from here is playing, I support.
South Australia, yes.
Yeah. How did you get to learn about the Kenyan community so that now you get involved into becoming the KASA president? Hello. We want to apologize for that technical hitch. While we were just we were showing the show, we realized there's a problem with the sound, and we'll be back shortly with Geoffrey Baraka. However, at the moment, we are just sorting the sound. We'll be back with Geoffrey very soon once the sound is sorted. Well, I would like to encourage you to comment, like, and follow. Today we are coming to you live from YouTube. So it's an opportunity for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are trying to promote our YouTube channel. So kindly subscribe, like, share, comment. And if you'd have any questions for our guest tonight, he's the second president of KASA. He served 3 terms. If there's anything that you'd like to ask him, kindly write in the comments section. If there's anything you want to upload us for, you want to comment or suggest, any opinions are most welcome. We highly welcome you to do that. I also want to recognize the partners that have always supported us throughout our KASA journey, those who supported us at the gala, and we want to thank each and every one of you that attended the gala, all our partners and sponsors. Thank you so much for always being there to support KASA. We want to thank Options Education Agency, always being there for us, bringing all the academic sponsors to come and sponsor KASA. It's highly appreciated. We want to thank Musti Limited for being there for our community. Thank you so much. And if you're looking for a piece of land, buy with Musti. Thank you also to Optiven for being there for us, coming out and all the way from Kenya and supporting us. Optiven, we highly recommend. We also want to recognize our sponsors from Aussies, education and migration consultants. If you have any visa issues, these are the people to go to. They have always supported the Kenyan community. They supported us at the gala. And if you want to apply for a skilled visa, if you want to apply for a visitor's visa, or you have issues with the AAT, you have issues with visa cancellation or visa, you have a notice of intention to cancel your visa, you are looking for someone to help with that, go to all these migration consultants and they will be able to help you. They do a range of visas, almost all visas you can be able to apply with those. They do education and they do skilled visas, partner visas, parent visas, whichever visa you think about, they'll be able to help you with that. Thank you so much, Aussies Group, for helping us and supporting and partnering with KASA. Now, I also want to acknowledge Party Healthcare, Party Patroba Kemboy. You've always supported us with your company, Party Healthcare. Thank you so much. We continue to appreciate that. And we cannot forget Always Care for always being there for us and supporting KASA. Thank you for supporting us over the years. They are also supporting the community, the benevolent activities. We also want to acknowledge BET Group for supporting us throughout the KASA activities. Thank you so much. Also with the employment of all the Kenyan students and others who are coming to study in Australia and people who are seeking jobs. Thank you so much, BET Group. We also want to acknowledge our Shine, also our Shine Disability Services, supporting us when we needed the help. Thank you so much, Edna and your company. God bless you so much. We have a lot of sponsors and we appreciate each and every sponsor. Global Enablers, Edu and Chemu, thank you for supporting KASA. Thank you so much. We have a range of sponsors. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. And if you're just joining us now, I encourage you to just chill, just wait. Our guest tonight is the second president of KASA, Geoffrey Baraka. We're just having a technical hitch with our sound on his microphone, and we are sorting that out. Once that is sorted, we will be able to proceed with the show as planned. I think our producer, and I want to give some thumbs up to our producer, Jimmy, for working hard behind the scenes, making sure that everything is running as intended. Thank you so much, Jimmy. So if you're joining us, we are today streaming from YouTube, and we encourage you to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want to see more and more subscribers on our YouTube channel. You can pop this in on your YouTube is quite good when it comes to casting. Cast it on your TV watchers, even when you are in the kitchen cooking or you are preparing your kids to go to bed. Just tune in, put it on TV, let it run on its own there. Listen to us, listen to the insights of one of the most wise presidents we ever had, Geoffrey Baraka. We'll be coming to you soon with him. He's right here with me, but we just want to make sure that our sound is good and it's working okay. And I think our producer is beckoning to me that now we are good to go. Let's go for it. Welcome back, second president. And sorry about that technical hitch that we had. I hope this time the stream will go smoothly. Now, before we went off air, we were discussing about you. How did you discover about the community, that there is a Kenyan community here? How did you get engaged and got involved? Just take it away.
Look, arriving almost 20 years ago, being in a very new place, I think I must give credit to my wife. I think you'd be very surprised that the first contact we made with Kenyans was through an adopted Kenyan family.
Yes.
The Tongans. And I think my wife. The
Tongans? Stephen Tongan?
Yes.
Oh.
That's how
I didn't know they are that long in Australia as well.
They were here before us.
Wow.
So that family, we have a lot of respect and credit.
Are they
to
Kenyans?
Them. Yes, by default. Okay. I know they're from South Sudan, but they have. I think we basically have adopted them.
Yes.
So that's how we were introduced to the Kenyan community.
Yes.
The majority of the Kenyans that have been here for over 20 years, in a way, helped us to settle here.
Yes.
And they're the ones who actually introduced us to KASA. When we arrived, KASA was just being formed.
Yes.
Meetings were happening.
Okay. Where were they happening?
Oh, all over the city. I remember we had meetings at the University of Adelaide Library.
Yes.
When we were forming the association.
Okay.
Some of the founders are here in Adelaide, some are interstate.
Yes.
But that's how we got to know about KASA and the Kenyan community.
Wow. So you just came in around the same time is when KASA was being formed, and you were able to amalgamate with the Kenyan community at the time.
Yeah, that's true, yes.
Yeah.
We were very few anyway.
We were very few.
So
everyone knew everyone else.
Not really, but we are few enough to know each other.
Yes.
And support each other along the way.
Now, tell me, how did you get to become the president for the very first time? And which year was that?
Well, I think I wish you had asked me that before. I would have brought some of my friends who, I don't know that to blame them, but they pulled me out. I remember I was elected in absentia. I think that was 2000.
Elected in absentia?
Yes.
You were not even aware you were being nominated?
I was not at the meeting.
So they nominated you in absentia?
Yes, and
an election was held?
And then I was just called and told you elected KASA president in 2005.
That means you brought a lot of value to the Kenyans who are here. Because if you're being elected in absentia, they saw something that was in you.
Well, I wouldn't probably say that. I don't know what they saw in me, but I think I was just getting into the community. I was ready to get involved in serving the community.
Yes.
And that's why I didn't decline.
Yeah.
I accepted to serve the community. Mm-hmm. That was the first time, which was in 2005.
Yes.
2005.
Yeah. So like you came in 2004, 2005 you're president. What a blessing.
Yes.
Now, you served for one term, then you again came back for a second term.
Yes, those days we didn't have a term limit.
Oh, there were
I
no
think
term
the
limits.
Constitution should have stayed like that. I would be president today. Just kidding. But
I guess so.
Yeah, look, we had a 1-year term.
Yeah.
So I did serve in 2005 and 2006.
Yes.
And then we elected my predecessor to take over.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that was not the last time.
Sorry?
That was the second time. So how about the third time?
Look, the years between my first two terms and my third term were very exciting.
Yes.
Something that I'm really proud about because I think I got myself busier than I was with KASA serving as president.
Yeah.
Because then in 2009, we formed Swahili School.
So was that during your presidency?
No, that was during Philip Ondimu's, Dr.
Oh,
Ondimu's
Philip. Oh, yeah,
presidency.
you're
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, so we formed Swahili School.
Yes.
And it was very vibrant because it brought us together.
Yes.
I remember parents coming to Swahili School even without the children because of the connection. So in 2009.
So it was part of like a social group.
Yes, it was. Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
So South Swahili School until I think.
In what capacity? As the board member, as the principal.
No, not really. I was the chairman.
Chairman, okay.
Of the Swahili School.
Yes.
Yeah.
And were you also serving also as a teacher there, or?
Yes.
So you are doubling up as a teacher, as the chairman.
As the chairman.
Yes.
Both my wife and I were teaching.
Yeah. It was a husband and wife team.
No. We had other people.
Yes.
I'm just saying my wife and also as a teacher.
Was part of the team.
Yes.
Yes.
So we did South Swahili School. That got us very busy.
Yes.
Swahili School can get you busier than KASA president. I can tell you that.
So the families were happy to bring their kids.
Yes.
And I would like you to speak to many families who have kids here. We come here and look at people from Asia or people from even somewhere like India. Their kids speak their language. They speak Indian, they speak Chinese, they speak Korean. But when it comes to our Kenyan kids or African kids, they speak English. So what, as a former Kenyan president, KASA president, what would you encourage people who have kids here when it comes to culture, heritage, and also Swahili School?
I probably can't overemphasize enough the value and the importance of Swahili School.
Yeah.
A story is told where a British reporter who is an Indian grew up in England and he was being dragged to the Indian school.
Yes.
Against his wish. He learned the language.
Yes.
Years later, he gets employed by BBC.
Oh.
And he's sent to India to report.
Wow.
And he was so grateful for that opportunity.
So that British person, was he of Indian origin?
Yes, but a Briton, like our children now, Australians.
Yes.
Now, having said that, I think the value of culture and language cannot be overemphasized.
Yes.
The reason we formed Swahili School, because we noticed that we are in a foreign country, and we didn't want our children losing our culture and our language.
Yes.
It was basically that.
Yes.
So we're teaching our children Swahili and Kenyan culture.
Yes.
So for them to understand, because what happens with our community as we live here, the kids get integrated, our children get integrated, they're Australians, so to say.
Yeah.
But as they grow up, they may meet what is called an identity crisis.
Of course.
Because when they go to school, and we noticed when we were serving in Swahili School, at the end of the term, you give the children report cards.
Yes.
And the ministry required that you give the reports are sent to the mainstream schools.
Yes.
So when your children go to the school, the day school, other than the normal school report, they're presented with Swahili school report, and that gave them so much pride.
Yes.
The Indians,
did it help in any other way when they're in school? Is there a way that they having that certificate helps?
It made them feel very proud of their culture.
Yes.
Because the moment your child sees an Indian, a Chinese being given a certificate of attendance for a Chinese school, they wonder whether that they'll come and ask you what's our language.
Yes.
You know, so that really encouraged them, and I hope it's still happening now.
Yes.
So that's the main reason why we formed Swahili School.
Yes.
And I'm glad it's still going on strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking about Swahili School, and we can't overemphasize on that. People need to take their kids to Swahili School.
Yeah.
We want to continue the culture, and I think our principal or our chairman at the moment, Sami Wainaina, I hope he's doing a good job on that area. Now, in case you're joining us tonight, we have our second president of KASA. He joined in as the second president in 2005, served then and another term, and then a third term. We didn't talk about the third term. How come you got another third term?
There's some people who I'll never forgive. Okay, I've forgiven them. But the Kenyan community is very interesting.
Yes.
And I love the fact that we are united.
Yes.
That we go in to serve. We are so many of us during the gala.
Yes.
And thank you for your team for recognizing us as former presidents.
Many people have applauded that. It was a nice gesture.
Imagining that KASA has been around for 20 years.
Yes.
We needed all those men and women to serve.
Yes.
So it's a privilege to serve the community.
And actually, it was something else to show diversity in the leadership as well.
Exactly,
yes.
exactly. And if you looked at that, it's the face of Kenya, so to say.
Yeah.
Dixon.
He's the only one who is absent at the moment.
from Coast. I wish he was there. But we have had
Philip Ondimu.
I mean, people from all over.
Yes.
So it's an opportunity to serve the community.
Yes.
So I did not plan to run for a third term.
Yeah.
And even during those elections, I was busy suggesting and helping the team to get in leaders.
Yes.
I thought we had finished until I was asked to come in as the KASA president.
Okay.
So
who asked you to come? The challenge was, group of friends, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the challenge was, it wasn't a one-year thing where you can go and say,
1 year and I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Now we changed the constitution.
Yes.
And it was 2 years.
Yes.
So now that,
I remember when I came, I think that time is when you are the president.
Is that so?
Yes, yes. I came around the same time that you are now the president of KASA.
I hope you felt welcome.
Oh, very much so. Very much so.
Okay.
And you gave KASA a very good value. At the face value, you knew KASA is in good hands.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, in case you're joining us, here we have our second KASA president, Geoffrey Baraka. And as you continue to watch us, there is a link there or a QR code just below there. Make sure if you are not a member to join KASA, support the community, the welfare that comes from people, the goodwill that comes from the people. The strength of an organization or a great team is its people. So you are our strength. Join KASA today, become part of the strength of KASA, become part of the driving force beyond in this driving force that we have at the moment. We want to enjoy KASA. We want to have a beautiful team. Now, Bwana Baraka, you having served 3 terms, what would be your message to people who are aspiring? You know, we have had this notion in the community that KASA belongs to some people. I want you to demystify that. And I want to acknowledge you as one of the ardent supporters of KASA. When you are both the president and when you are just a member. You have always attended KASA events. You have always supported KASA in one way or another. Whenever I need advice, I ring you. You're always there to advise me. What is the power and the force behind that, and how can we transfer that to everyone in the community such that we have those 2,000 people plus Kenyans, they are all like Geoffrey Baraka?
No, they can't be like Geoffrey Baraka. But in terms of being a member of KASA,
yes.
First of all, KASA is a community organization. So KASA does not have its owners. KASA is owned by the members and the community. Yeah. And I think we've been very liberal in what we have done. There are times when we have, I can tell you one time would call for an AGM,
yes,
and would be taking membership at the door. You pay and you vote.
Yes.
You know, so we've been very open, yes. And I think the idea is to bring people together. There's no doubt that in Australia we are very united state.
Yes.
We should never take that for granted.
Yes.
Yeah, because you go to bigger cities, interstate, you realize they may not have a cohesive community like we do.
Yes.
And this community should never take that unity for granted. Mm-hmm. We are there for each other. Yes. We are there in good times, in bad times, and we have had all those.
Yes.
So it's important that if you are a Kenyan who lives in South Australia, that you belong to this association. It is yours.
Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't belong to me. You just rightly said, I'm just a member.
Yes.
Yeah. And I play my part. Yes. I contribute if I have to.
Yes.
But the value of that is that the community is there for you.
Yes.
Sometimes I've had people come to this country and say they never want to be known around. I talk to people who say they've been here for over 10 years, but I don't want Maneno Kenya.
Yes.
I think that's the wrong notion.
Yes.
We should wake up to look at what other communities are doing. Mm-hmm. Look at the Indians. Look at the Chinese.
Yes.
You know, look at people who came before us. We are not the first people. In fact, the Kenyan community is very young in Australia compared to other all the communities who have been here for ages.
Yes.
And it's their unity that brings them together when they're united.
Yes.
That the government recognizes them, they support them.
Yes.
They are a force to reckon with.
Yes.
And we are that force. I think I've always said that as Kenyans, we are a sleeping giant.
Yes.
Not just in Kenya, even here.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a lot of resources.
Yes.
We are not here for any political reasons.
Yes.
We have chosen to come to Australia. We are not refugees.
Yes.
A lot of majority of the Kenyans here are either international students or professionals.
Yes.
So we should be proud of that.
Yes.
And I think we are respected by this community for who we are.
Yes.
And we need to show that pride by just doing things together.
Yes.
So being a KASA member, honestly speaking, is not a financial burden. It is the heart, it is the interest that will make you actually feel like you're part of KASA.
Now, as you demystify that, I would want to ask, when you are president and the knowledge that you have, do the leaders have any beneficial gain from KASA? Is there any, it's good to demystify to the people what it entails when you are a leader of KASA and maybe what the notion is out there. Did you get pay? Were you being, some people saw my video with the ambassador from my country, and I'm being asked to send some money back home because they think it's a job, well-paying job here. Can you demystify that?
Welcome to the club. We had political leaders visit our state.
Yes.
And the moment photos are shown, they think you're KASA president, so you're very, very famous and you can help. But look, unless I don't understand the meaning of benefits, I think it's a responsibility that you get that is really a service.
Yes.
Being a KASA leader, if you are coming in for a benefit, you are coming in for the wrong thing.
Yes.
If you're coming in with a heart of serving, and in serving people, you get fulfilled.
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't get paid.
Yes.
Let me just say that up front. In fact, the time of, I'm sure I'm surprised you're interviewing me because after the gala, a lot of committee members go underground. They'll tell you,
I wanted to take a holiday to the Bahamas or somewhere.
with our money. Anyway, just kidding. Look, in terms of serving, let people know that this is a voluntary organization. All the presidents that I've seen serve, all the leaders, it's the sacrificing their time. You're in meetings, you're in Zoom meetings, you are holding meetings. Just the event you have held, the gala.
Yes.
I've done that, I've organized that one as many times as I've been KASA president.
Yes.
It is pressure, it is getting the community together, and that takes your time.
Yes.
It takes time from your family, it takes time from your job. You have to sacrifice, you work long hours.
Yes.
So I hope I've helped in saying that it's a service to the community, and I think it's a responsibility, which when you come in to serve, you should be ready to give of yourself, just like so many other associations. It's not just KASA that is voluntary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for discussing that because I think there are some people with the wrong idea, wrong notion that people who are out there serving in the leadership of KASA have a monetary gain. And I want to, at this point, appreciate any leader that has either led in KASA or is a current leader in KASA. Thank you so much for your sacrifice. And I also want to appreciate and acknowledge their family because being, like Baraka said, one of the events that takes a toll on the leadership team is the gala. And I want to applaud everyone that has served in whatever capacity, either now or in the past. Thank you so much for your service to the community. Now, we are coming to a phase where the community here in South Australia is getting larger and larger. I want you to speak a message because I know you are very wise in the way you put things out. I want you to speak a message of unity and how well can we foster integration of the Kenyan community as a leadership. I want advice as the president of KASA. And also, how can we expand more and what are the opportunities that lie ahead for the Kenyan Association?
That's a very loaded question. Can I
know you can be able to answer.
Can I answer it privately?
Answer whichever parts that feel comfortable with you.
You might attend.
You might attend. But it's better to send that message of unity. I would really love that message cuts across the whole of the state to everyone that is watching us and those who will watch this video later.
Look, I think I've said that briefly.
Yeah.
But there's nothing as important as being united as a people.
Yeah.
And we are in this community. Take yourself, you are not in Kenya, you are in Australia.
Yeah.
If you're in Kenya, you may have your family around you, your friends very close by.
Yes.
Maybe they can reach you by phone, they can reach you by taking a matri.
Yes.
Or if they drive, they can get you and support you.
Yes.
But now here we are in Adelaide, in
Yes.
South Australia,
Yes.
as a community.
Yes.
There's no better way to be united
Yeah.
as Kenyans here.
Yes.
Not because I was born in Western, I was born in Central, because, look, for some of us, that is a foreign thing.
Yes.
Yeah? All
Yes.
we know is people who have supported me in this community.
Yes.
I don't even know their tribes,
Yes.
where they come from,
Yes.
whether they're international students one time, doctors, engineers, accountants,
It's only
whoever.
sometimes the name will betray someone's tribe, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The good thing is that you can't tell my name, where
Yes.
I come from. So
yeah. I actually all along thought the wrong tribe, and I think I told
please keep thinking. Just remember that I'm a Kenyan.
Yes.
But having said that, it's very important. Just have a look at life.
Yes.
And the challenges that face us here. You
Yes.
mentioned the sponsors.
Yes.
You mentioned migration agents. You mentioned people doing business.
Yes.
The people who are coming into Adelaide at this time
Yes.
are extremely lucky.
Yes.
They also came before, not as lucky.
Yes.
You do not have somebody you can go to
Yes.
and talk to, even in Swahili, natafuta job.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes.
Now we have serious Kenyan businesses
Yes.
who are not just minding the business, they're actually out there
Yeah.
supporting the community and going out of their way
Yes.
to really mentor, to support. They have been very selfless in
Yes.
giving of themselves.
Yes.
They could just be making the profits and keeping it to themselves.
Yes.
But they're going out there and supporting the
Kenyan
community in a big way.
Yes.
So, and that we need to support.
Yes.
We need to show integrity.
Yes.
When you get these jobs offered by Kenyans, please remember they're professional organizations
Yes.
run by rules here in Australia.
Yes.
So don't just assume ni Mkenya ameniandika.
Imagine.
Please.
That is. Yeah.
Please. That is disappointing.
Yes,
It would be disappointing. I'm not saying it happens. I think we need
I
to
think it has
respect.
happened.
We need to respect our business partners.
Yes.
We have the advantage,
Yes.
which other communities have had. The Indians have had, the Japanese, whoever,
Yes.
Chinese,
Yes.
who run businesses, restaurants.
Yes.
When you go to these restaurants, chances are you'll find a lot of Chinese people serving in that restaurant,
Yes.
cooking in that restaurant.
Yes.
So I want to just beseech our community as we unite, we must support our business people.
Yes.
Let's be professional. Let's turn out our A game when you
Yes.
go to these jobs
Yes.
that they give us.
Yes.
So that we remain one united community.
Yes.
And in talking of unity, I think if we are united,
Yeah.
then we can surmount all the challenges that we face, whether you're an international student. There's no question
Yes.
that you'll not get.
Yes.
Now we have lecturers here who
Yes.
can mentor you. We have people who have gone through the system,
Yes.
So it won't be so hard. But if you hide in your corner,
Yes.
you'll not get that help. So if you
Yes.
need help, please come out,
Yes.
see KASA,
Yes.
and they'll direct you to somebody. KASA will not give you the solutions, but they'll network you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. And thank you for bringing out the issue of the entrepreneurs that we have here. People who go out of their way to ensure that our Kenyans get jobs, especially new Kenyans, new students, some people who are facing challenges. And on that point, maybe just briefly, I want you to speak to young people because I feel sometimes they think KASA is for the mature entry. But I want you to speak to the young people and encourage them about joining the association, and also the same way that you have just spoken about these entrepreneurs. How should they carry on themselves? Because we have had students who come here and they get these jobs, but they ruin the opportunities and they ruin it even for the entrepreneur. Speak to these young people as a father, because we do have so many students in Australia, in South Australia, who need help or who need this kind of advice.
I think any parent who sends the child to Australia sends them for a reason.
Yes.
And I can tell you majority of parents are not sending their children here
Yes.
so that they can go back to Kenya.
Of course.
We know what Kenya is. We know the
Yes.
challenges we face.
Yes.
We've been here. I've been here for close to 20 years.
Yes.
I worked in Kenya as a professional.
Yes.
And I came here by choice.
Yes.
Now, the situation is even tougher in Kenya.
Yes.
So when parents are sending children here, they're sending them here for greener pastures, so to say.
Yes.
They have a lot of hopes.
Yes.
And my encouragement to the young people
Yes.
is that they should take the opportunity very seriously.
Yes.
There are a lot of people in the community that can mentor you.
Yes.
And again, KASA has got a lot of leads.
Yes.
We have accountants, doctors, engineers, you name it, teachers,
Yes.
any area,
Yes.
doctors, nurses, medical people
Yes.
who are more than willing. I mean, recently we have just held our men's retreat, which is another story for another day.
Yes, and
But
you are part of the leadership of the marriage outreach ministry.
yeah, a story for another day.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I was so encouraged to see 5 young people
Yes.
attend, because
Yes.
normally these retreats are for
married people.
older people.
Yeah.
So convincing 5 young people to come,
Yes.
and what they learned, I think, are going to really apply in their life. So I'm going to ask the young people
Yes.
not run away from people who look the age of their parents.
Yes.
Because we are not your parents.
Yes.
But we can offer some help. In fact, in a better way, because we will not be as restrictive as your parents are.
Yes.
But we'll give you the wisdom.
Yes.
Because we've been here long enough.
Yes.
We know we know the pitfalls. We know where you can make errors.
Yes.
We know how you can fix them. And we
Yes.
can advise you who to see.
Yes.
Just by talking.
Yes.
Free information.
Yes.
So I request our young people, first of all, you're very lucky to be in Australia, and congratulations
Yes.
for being in this country.
Yes.
This country will not care what you're doing so long as you're not breaking the law,
Yeah.
and you're working hard.
Yes.
And if you work hard, there's a lot of promise and
Yes.
opportunities here. And I would like young people
Yes.
to work hard so that they make themselves proud.
Yes.
Not just think about their parents first.
Yes.
I think any parent who sees the child as an independent young man or woman,
Yes.
they're very proud of those people.
Yes.
But let your parent not feel like they've wasted their time. You have issues in Australia.
Yes.
And there are a lot of opportunities here. It's
Yes.
not a written rule,
Yes.
but KASA can mentor you. We can mentor you. There are a lot of people in the community that can do that.
Yes.
And most importantly, when you come as an international student, remember your bread and butter is your studies.
Yes.
Do anything else, but make sure.
You maintain your enrollment.
And I'm not saying do anything else negatively.
Yes.
But the key thing that can get your visa cancelled easiest is your studies.
School.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you know that.
Yeah. Yeah. And like we had the SEPO who came to the gala. One message that they told us is obey the law. Also the ambassador. Obey the law. Obey the law. My
Obey the
Kikuyu is betraying me. Yeah, obey the law.
Yeah.
Now, I want to thank everyone that is watching. In case you are watching us for the very first time, head over to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for those that are subscribing. Like and comment and share with your friends to watch this live. KASA is a charity. We rely on the goodwill of the people, and you are part of the goodwill. So one of the of the request we are making about this goodwill, share, like, and subscribe to KASA. And if you are not yet a member, there's a QR code that has been running intermittently just below on your video there. Scan it and become a member. If that is too hard, go to kasa.org.au and search for membership, and also become a member there. Also, you can explore our website. It has some beautiful photos there from the gala. We have it's a wonderful website. Just explore our website and learn more about KASA. KASA is the Kenyan Association of South Australia. It was incorporated in the year 2004, and Geoffrey Baraka, our guest tonight, is the second president of KASA, served 3 terms, and has brought a wealth of experience and knowledge to the community, always supporting the community. And tonight, I think if you listen to him, he has shared a lot of insights, and he's a person to go to if you have any issues in the community. He's our elder. I myself speak to him a lot, and you can benefit a lot from him. Thank you so much, Geoffrey, for coming today. I'll just give you an opportunity to do a parting shot. And also, tume salam.
Salamu tuliacha Kenya, sio?
Hata hapa ziko utume za KASA.
No, look, John, it's a pleasure having me.
Yes.
It's always good to talk to the KASA president, an opportunity that I wouldn't miss.
Yes.
But my fellow Kenyans, this is a great place to live. Just today, I asked a friend very early in the morning, a friend from South America.
Yes.
We arrived the same year.
Yes.
And this morning I met him in the gym. I asked him, he's called Mario.
For 20 years?
Yes.
You met for the very
yes,
first time?
Yes,
wow.
yes. So I met Mario. Mario we live in the same suburb. I asked Mario, remember, you arrived in April, I arrived in July?
Yes.
Would you make the same decision, Mario? Oh, definitely yes.
Yes.
So it's a great place. We are here by choice. Don't ever forget that.
Yes.
We haven't been chased from Kenya.
No.
Today, take a flight to Nairobi, you're at home.
And almost 99% of the Kenyans here
yes.
have applied through the legal channels.
Exactly.
Not coming here by boat
yes.
or by illegal immigration.
So my parting shot would just be to remind Kenyans that we are a sleeping giant.
Yes.
But a sleeping giant is really useless, isn't it?
We need to wake up.
We need to wake up.
Yeah.
Seize the opportunities
yes.
Of this land.
Yes.
And just run with it.
Yes.
You know, let's support each other.
Yes.
And thank you for the support you do. I've seen that even yesterday. Thank you, Bwana President, for coming to Beth's father's service.
And we offer our condolences. We keep offering our condolences. Beth is traveling tomorrow.
Yes, she's traveling.
And if you haven't supported Beth, there's a group out there, support her.
Yeah. It's one of those iconic people we have in the community.
Yes.
Beth is very instrumental at Torrance University.
Yes.
You don't hear much about her, but I think she acts
behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Yes.
So those are the kind of Kenyans we have here.
Yes.
Professionals.
Yes.
So let's support each other. Let's be there for each other in times of good.
Yes.
And even things are not good. Let's learn to resolve issues.
Yes.
Let's be professional in whatever we do.
Yes.
We should not stick to that Kenyan time.
Yes.
And I'm sure we don't.
Yes.
When we are doing our jobs.
Yes.
So asante sana for having me.
Yes.
I really have had the privilege of talking to the president.
Yeah.
And I don't take that for granted. Thank you.
I think I'm the one to say that I'm so much honored to be speaking to you. Being a president who served 3 terms, I learn a lot from you. And thank you for coming all the way. You know, I think you drove for over an hour to be here. We are in the north. Everything happens from the north in KASA.
Don't worry, I'm going to send a bill. I'm correcting a referendum in the south to get KASA to the south.
Yeah, we are so grateful for honoring the call and for your sacrifices coming all the way. God bless you so much. Now, it's 9 p.m. here in Adelaide, and our show will come to an end just now. Thank you so much for watching. Keep in touch. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you share and tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you.